the owner of the ranch, known as Stableman, had spent his entire life on his property. He was known for his strength, honesty, and love for animals. Never venturing beyond his ranch, Stableman was limited in his understanding of the world and experience of other places. One day, he became intrigued by news of a traveling zoo that had arrived in town, showcasing diverse animals from around the world. The rancher, deeply passionate about animals, decided to embark on an adventure despite his uncertainties. The first glimpse of the city overwhelmed Stableman with its diverse architecture and bustling atmosphere. At the zoo, he encountered amazing creatures, from elephants to tiny parrots, none of which he had seen before. He was particularly struck by the tiger, a majestic and powerful creature that seemed like an enlarged version of an ordinary cat. Impressed, Stableman decided to approach the tiger's enclosure, eager to get a closer look and absent-mindedly attempting to pet the animal. Startled by the sudden movement, the tiger unexpectedly lunged and scratched the rancher's hand, causing a deep wound. Stableman experienced intense physical pain and emotional turmoil from the tiger's unforeseen attack. Lying in the hospital after surgery, he wrestled with mixed feelings, from anger towards the tiger to guilt over his own persistence. The doctors advised forgiveness, but Stableman, lost in thought, found it challenging. As time passed, he realized that harboring hatred and grudges only intensified his suffering. He began to understand that forgiveness was not just an act of mercy towards others, but also liberation for himself. Armed with this realization, Stableman resolved to return to the zoo to confront the tiger once more. Standing before the tiger's enclosure, he silently gazed at the animal, reflecting on the past and contemplating the future. His heart was filled with mixed emotions: fear, compassion, and a glimmer of hope for reconciliation. "I forgive you, tiger, for what you did," Stableman finally whispered. Releasing long-held grievances, he realized that forgiveness was not about forgetting, but about freeing himself from the chains of anger and suffering. This act of forgiveness became a source of liberation and inner strength for Stableman. Returning home, he felt lighter and relieved of the burden of unforgiving resentment. His internal conflict had transformed into a source of wisdom and resilience for others. He understood that everyone has their weaknesses and faults, but learning to forgive is crucial. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It's a step towards inner peace and harmony. Stableman began teaching others about the importance of forgiveness and the wisdom he gained from his experience. His story became an example for many facing internal struggles and grievances. He taught that forgiveness liberates and restores strength and freedom to the inner spirit. In the eyes of his neighbors and friends, he became a symbol of hope and wisdom, showing how essential forgiveness is. Stableman realized that forgiveness is a process that requires time and strength of will. His story proved that even from the darkest moments of life, light and wisdom can be found. Years passed, but Stableman never forgot his experience and the lessons he learned from it. He became a symbol of reconciliation and hope in his community, inspiring others to accept and forgive. His life journey was far from perfect, but he found his place in the world through forgiveness and wisdom. Stableman understood that everyone can change and grow if they find the strength within themselves. His story became part of cultural heritage and a lesson on the significance of inner reconciliation. Everyone who heard his tale left with a sense of hope and inspiration, ready to change their lives for the better. He became a role model and a symbol of inner strength and wisdom. Stableman taught that true forgiveness starts from within ourselves and requires wisdom and compassion. His story demonstrated that even from the darkest moments of life, light can be found and love can be learned. Stableman left an imprint, embodying reconciliation and inner peace.